Welcome to this lesson on the Perpendicular Bisector Theorem. Let's review a couple of things. So remember, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect to form right angles. So like these. And they actually form 4 right angles. All of these are 90 degrees. And a bisector is a line or segment that cuts a figure into 2 equal pieces. Remember from congruent triangles that the side angle side congruence, or SAS, is when 2 triangles are congruent if they have 2 pairs of congruent corresponding sides and a pair of congruent corresponding angles in between the sides. And then remember, CPCTC is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay, so let's look at the perpendicular bisector theorem. It says that any point on a perpendicular bisector of a line segment is equidistant, which means equal distance, from the endpoints of the line segment. So what does that mean? First of all, here's our line segment, BC. And then we have this other line segment that is perpendicular and it's bisecting. It's cutting BC into 2 equal pieces. So any point on this perpendicular bisector, let's label this. This is the perpendicular bisector. Any point here is equidistant from the endpoints. So this point here, A, is the same distance to B and the same distance to C. So basically, if I drew these 2 line segments would be congruent. So therefore, A is equidistant from point B and point C. All right, and then we already drew the line segments AB and AC. And do they look equal? Well, yes, they do. They should, because they are equal. So let's look at the proof for this theorem. All right, so we are given that EG is the perpendicular bisector of DF. So let's mark that on our diagram. So it's perpendicular, it makes a right angle, also over here. And it's cutting DF into 2 equal pieces. So that means that DG and FG are equal. They are congruent. Okay, so first of all, EG is the perpendicular bisector of DF. That's given. Next, we have DG is congruent to FG. Let me highlight that. So DG is congruent to FG. And we know that because that's what the word bisector means. It means to cut into 2 equal pieces. So the reason we know this is because that is the definition of bisector. All right, next it says angle DGE and angle FGE are right angles, which we've already marked right here and right here. And we knew that because it says EG is perpendicular. That's the definition of perpendicular. It forms right angles. All right, next we're talking about the same angles, but we're saying now that they are congruent. Angle DGE is congruent to angle FGE. And that makes sense because they're both right angles. We know all right angles are 90 degrees. So all right angles are congruent. All right, next we need to add to our diagram. So we're going to draw line segments DE and FE. So let me go back up to the diagram here. I'm going to erase these highlight marks and I'm going to draw DE and FE. And the reason you can put here is 2 points determine a segment. So if you have 2 points like we had D and E, you can draw a line between them and make a segment. And you can do that with any 2 points. All right, next we have EG is congruent to EG. So that's this right here in the middle. And of course it's congruent to itself because it's the same line segment. And the reason for that is the reflexive property. When something is equal to itself, that's the reflexive property. All right, next we have triangle DGE is congruent to triangle FGE. So let's go back and look here. So DGE, let me get my highlighter, would be here, DGE. And FGE would be here. So these are the two triangles we're talking about. And to prove they are congruent, we need one of those congruency shortcuts. So side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle. So in this case, remember we said EG is congruent to itself, so let's mark that middle segment. So these would be congruent by side, that right angle, side. So side, angle, side. And then lastly, because we know these triangles are congruent, now we can say any piece of the triangles are congruent. So I know these two triangles are exactly the same. Now I can say that another part is the same. So these are the same, the hypotenuse. And I know that because in a congruent triangle, all corresponding sides are congruent and all corresponding angles are congruent. So that would be corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. All right, you can go ahead and stop the video now and complete the next proof by yourself.